Hey, how you doing today? I got another episode here today. I just want to show you what I do to scout with Google Earth. Comes in handy in these really cold and cold winter days here in January, February when you just can't get out there. I'll just show you a few little techniques that I use and how I set the description and how I put some pins down and how I show you, how you can label areas and you can revisit them if you want. Comes in handy. Leave some notes in that description, like I said, and you're gonna weed out where you want to go and when you don't want to go, whether you're wasting your time or not. Also, you'll check out vegetation areas where they'll be eaten or where they'll be bedding. You can put all that information in there. It comes in really handy. So check this out, and I'll show you how I get it done. Hey, how you doing today? I am trying to get on Google Earth to show you how I do some scouting during the cold days of winter. Today it's 0 outside, so the wind chill is 17 below. So I decided I'm going to do a little bit of deer scouting because it's in my blood. I need to see what's going on here. So I've got some ideas of areas I want to scout, so I'm going to look them up. So I created some possible sites already. So we'll go find one and show you what I do here. Let's see. Right there, let's try that one. Here we go. No, I don't like that one. Let's see. What else? Site 3. Yeah, here's a decent spot. Alright. What I got here is, I was scouting through here 2018 in this early spring. Driving through here and I saw 3 or 4 doe in here feeding in this stuff over here. And I could see there's a trail coming through here, so I decided I'll come back out there and put a trail camera up in here. So I did that, and there's a few doe and moose on here, but I didn't get to keep the camera there very long. And I kind of wish I'd left it there a lot longer, actually, because there's a main trail that comes through here, and then they like to cross Beaver Dam, so I didn't get to do that. Also, when this trail comes in here, it just splits up into 3 trails, go like that. So I put a mineral lick in here, not a mineral lick, but a scrape in here. See if anything would hit that, but nothing did. I was only had it there for 2 weeks. But anyway, I drove through here. You can see by this photography, you'd think you'd be able to maybe drive a vehicle in here and park in here, and that's not what I was able to do. This is all grown up now. This imagery was done in 2016. So what I had to do was I parked the vehicle over in this spot here and walked in through here and scouted around. Not a lot of scouting though, but there's a nice straight corridor through here. So my plans possibly for this year is I may try and make a trail coming through here, put a ground blind or a tree stand in here. I did see some trees in here I could put a stand in, but it's so close to this main trail that I didn't want to do that. So what I'm going to do possibly is I'll do a measurement here. We got in yards. You can do it many other ways if you like. So start from the road, say I park the truck here and walk to there. It's 84 yards. That's not bad for me. It's a little bit of a walk. My problem is, especially during deer season, you have to have some heavy clothes on to stay warm. That much of a walk, I would be sweating to death, and then you'd freeze once you got there. So that's a good long distance for me. In this swamp, let's see. The swamp is probably 200. Yeah, 206 yards to the swamp. So my best bet would be to walk in here. Watch this, because this trail comes through here. come through here. So if they come out from 3 different directions in here and come that way, I'll have to obviously pay attention to the wind. I'm not sure exactly the direction of it right now. I'll do that in the springtime and follow it in the fall to see what the prevailing winds are, and so maybe I shouldn't be sitting there. We'll have to figure that out when that time comes, but this is just a possibility. How I make these pins is, let me show you how to do that real quick. I'll go to a pin. Well, make sure that's out of the way. I'll grab the pin before you start naming it. Put it over here. Say, put a pin right there. Once you got it put where you want it, then you can go up here and name it. So I'll call that swamp. Swamp crossing. And I'll say, this is in the description. This is a beaver crossing for deer. And I'll do OK. So now it's a swamp crossing. So now it should be up here, swamp crossing. So if I want to go there again, just double click on that and it'll drive me right to it. I'll show you that. See here, I'll go over here. Okay, now I'll just double click on that. It drives me right to the area. So that's pretty handy to have. Google Earth's pretty handy in that aspect. Except, again, the date is 2016 for this photography, and this is all grown up in here now. This is a little weaving trail that you can walk through sideways, half through it. But yeah, I originally thought I could just drive right up it with my truck. There's also like a 5-foot bank right here where this ditch is, so that was a trek in itself, getting up through there with crutches. It just took my time. This in the springtime. So yeah, that's a possibility there. I'll go to another site here just for the let's see here. Go there, this one. It takes us to another area. And this is after years and years of going through these areas, and it just doesn't get done in 1 year, that's for sure. You do a lot of scouting in a lot of years, and you pay attention to where you see deer, and you scout them out. This is what we call Clover Road. This gets grown up with swale grass quite heavily, so it's hard to drive in there. And there was a lot of clover growing up on this road, and not a bad area to check out. There's usually deer sign all through there. And there's a couple of places you could actually sit if you wanted to. Again, because I am paraplegic, trying to get some of these places pretty tight, pretty hard. But I try and find areas close to the edge of the road, like back up here, like in this open area. There's not a lot of trees and stuff, but you can find some place to sit, high ground or something. And that comes in handy. Now let's try one more area here. Area 2. Here's a new area that I haven't even checked out yet, besides on Google Earth, because there's multiple swamps through here, a lot of water. Let's try to find areas that a lot of people are just not going to deal with, that I may be able to get some piece of dry ground and check it out somewhere. I did see this pit. I did drive by this pit. It kind of goes uphill here, so you can see down in here a little ways and stuff, but gotta find a way to, this is nice, looks like it's dry ground through here. So I could park a truck in here and try and walk in through there. This is all just fun during the winter time to do this, and then it's getting fun to go out there in the spring once the ground's dried up and the snow's gone, which could be May or June for us in Maine. And check all those areas out and try and weed them down to the few best possibilities. I did drive in through here too, I think. some way in here. There was some nice trails coming across this road too. Probably going to these swamps that I didn't even realize. But that's another possibility. I try to look, especially for the old tote roads that you're hoping that a lot of people don't go through. You know, my problem is people who can walk would just walk up through there and be nice and quiet and think nothing of it, as opposed to somebody in a wheelchair or with crutches. You're limited to about 100 yards. Is a long walk for me. It's a really long walk, especially in the woods. But with my hunting clothes on, which is a lot heavier, and the heavier boots on and stuff. You know, last few years deer season's been really, really cold, so you have to wear the heavy boots and heavy socks, and I even wear a parker, you know, and a vest underneath that, and sometimes I even wear bibs, which is, you know, you got all that stuff on. I can walk 30 feet and I'm almost sweating to death. So unless it's really cold, you can walk with that, but if it's warm at all, sometimes it's better to carry some of your clothes. You know, then you're going to fight your perspiration issues with sweat and scent. So there's a lot of things to it. Swamp 3, let's check out Swamp 3. I know there's one in particular I wanted to show everybody. That is not it. I believe it's this way further. There's a swamp that I need to show you. Right there. Buck Swamp 1. There it is. Okay, this swamp I am pretty curious about because it's a deep stream going through here and runs into this area, and this is a decent little pond, but these islands is what I'm curious about. And you're always trying to find, well, is this a little place where the big bucks may hide during deer season, these islands. I have been able to walk, I think, to this little opening here, and that's pretty treacherous. It's kind of soft ground, and the crutches get stuck in holes, and there's a lot of uneven ground and trees and sticks. That's a little bit of a walk for me to there. I would like to get into here, but we'll see how that goes. I had also looked around in here, but this ground is pretty wet through here, and it'd be nice if I stand in here and be able to watch into these islands. But in the fall, there's hardly any leaves on any of these trees, and you look like a bright orange leaf sitting out there, and I'm sure anybody driving by would see, and then, you know, now somebody else would know where I'd be hunting. But you know, you can only do what you can do. But this is a good possibility here because of these islands in the middle of the swamp. This is, you know, all high swale grass. Some of the swale grass is 3-4 feet high, maybe 5 feet, some of it. So you can't see in there very well. You'd have to be up in a tree to look down into this stuff. It'd be fun just to sit there for a day and see what goes through here, just for that. I have put a trail camera in here. I've seen moose and deer through here. So to come up to here, you know, there's another island here and another island here. This is really thick, uneven ground in here. You know, you can't really tell all this stuff from a map. You know, aerial photograph. It is what it is. And again, it's 2016 imagery. And this is now winter of 2019. So that's how I do some of my scouting. It's pretty handy tool to have. And also, you can also go, sometimes I'll drive with my vehicle and pull my phone up. And there's a couple of websites you can go on, Google Earth there, and there's a few more that you can go on and see aerial photography where you are. But the problem is in this area out here, cell phone signals service is horrible. It might work in one place and it's gone, and work again in another spot. Really, it's not reliable enough. So now you can go to timeline. You actually can go to older photography, 1996. Why would you want to do that? I don't know, but most modern is what I would like to do. Well, that's how I do some of my scouting in January and February and into March practically during Maine's winter. It is exciting to look at that area and just give yourself some, you know, some hope and possibility to check out some areas in the spring, and then weed those out I'll write down some stuff in a notebook, or check some things off that once you're up here and you realize that it's just not going to work out for me, either because of traveling distance or too wet of an area to walk with crutches in. There's a lot of possibilities that get taken away from one reason or another. Let's see. Check this one out. One more spot. And here's another. Here, found another island out in the swamp. Nice island right here. If I zoom out a little bit. I had a trail getting there. Campsite here. So yeah, you have to come through this trail. And come over through here. So yeah, find these areas and come in through this road and go that way. A lot of these things I just can't, I wish I could. Once upon a time I could. But it gets frustrating. A lot of these spots that look good, you can't get to. But again, it's fun. You have a lot of, you've got a big enough area, you can weed up enough places to check out. Come up here and tilt this a little bit. It's starting to go one direction on you. And zoom out a little bit. Yeah, it's a good idea. Also, pay attention to these streams. See if you can find any areas in these streams that are good possibilities. Obviously, for me, it has to be fairly close to the road. Well, I know. I'm just driving through here. This is quite the drop off. This is skidder trails down to this stream. This is quite a drop, so I would certainly not be able to do that. But I also know that this is going to change quite a bit. Actually, pretty drastic. Because way up here, where we did some scouting across here, they've come up through here now. They've gone into this road, and it's all fresh cutting in here now. They had skidders and log trucks and everything coming through here, and they're harvesting a lot of these trees. So this is going to change quite a bit for 2019. And the thing with that is we've done areas that you've scouted before, and possibly had some possible areas, but now, because of harvesting situation, that there may not be any deer in that area for a while, or with after a harvest like that, with new growth, there could be tons of deer there. So it's not like farm country or something where there's a constant from season to season. Up in these areas where the actual woods get harvested quite often, it changes every year. And also there's a lot of beech where I hunt up through here, beech nuts, and those get they come down one year and then they don't the next year. It may not be for 2 years, and they come down again. So now if there's a good beech nut season, then the deer will be all through those beech. But there's an area when a season when there's no beech nuts, and it could be hard for you to find any deer in that area. So they got to follow the food just like any other animal. But again, this is pretty fun scouting. All these areas that I've been to. And again, we've been coming to this area for, let's say, almost 20 years now, trying to figure out, hit and miss a lot of times, but it's just fun doing it. I'll find you another spot here. this is a pretty decent area. I have come across this by accident, just parking in here one time with my truck to get off the main road, and I took a walk in. There's a couple of nice Maine trails come through here. I put trail camera on this trail here, and I put one on this trail here, and I've gotten pretty decent buck and moose and bear all through here. So I did try and come out here in 2018, first day, and sadly I could hear a coyote out here, and I was sitting against a big rock, and then about 10 minutes later I could hear coyotes around here, and I could heard about 10 of them scattering through the woods and stuff. So that kind of blew my morning hunt. On the afternoon I went somewhere else, but this is definitely a possibility for me because I've seen a lot of sign through here, and I've had a lot of good animals on my trail camera through here. So this is definitely one on my list. You know, the problem is there's a lot of heavy swale grass in here, and underneath all that is a lot of brush from this is an old cutting. So this is where they put all the brush and stuff, and it's pain in the rear end to walk in with crutches. I should some spring go in there and try and make a nice path one way or another. Sit on the ground and trim it, clear a nice area so I can walk. But that'll be a job in itself. But that's something you gotta do when you want to get into certain areas. Clear a path early, and it makes a big difference when you want to hunt that area. Now I've always come in through this road and put the truck in here, which I hate because I think the deer come through here and my truck's right there. It's a kind of pain. I would love to come back down here into this road and figure exactly how that is, but by the looks of this opening I think I know where that is, and this is all brush and stuff that they've laid on from harvesting trees as well, so I just can't walk in it. So if I could park my truck somewhere else down the road, but then I gotta walk. That's killing me is the walking with crutches. My shoulders are horrible now. That's why a lot of times you see me in a truck now, sitting watching these roads. But we'll see what we can do. Got a lot of possibilities here, and just can't wait till we get back out there. Well, there you have it. There was another video just showing you how I use Google Earth in the downtime. I actually do use it sometimes during deer season as well, when I find a new spot that I happen to drive past and I want to be a little bit more investigative about that. I'll go on Google Earth and check that out, because I can't walk through the woods very well, so I'll get on Google Earth and be able to look a lot easier. But the problem is, obviously the photography is older. You'll notice that a lot in Google Earth, that you'll go some places and it's just completely different than what you're seeing on the ground now, because the vegetation just grows so quickly. But something's better than nothing, and especially in the wintertime. So hope you all like this. If you do like it, please like and subscribe. I appreciate all your help here, and we'll see you back out there again. Hopefully get another one up for you soon. Thanks.